My name is Gus Burnquist, and I work at Creative Visions. My sophomore year of college, I was sitting in the student union watching The Simpsons with 100 other kids when the show was interrupted with breaking news. The United States had bombed Mogadishu, Somalia, and their intended target wasn't hit, and instead, a multitude of civilians were killed. The news anchor returned to announce the death of a young man named Dan Eldon. He had been at the site and killed by an angry mob, beaten and stoned to death. Dan was a photojournalist. He was 22 years old at the time of his death. He was handsome, he was dynamic, and I couldn't understand for the life of me how this young man, 1 year older than myself, had accomplished so much in his young life. The Simpsons came back on, but my life's path was completely altered. I wanted to learn as much as I could about him. It was important to me to understand how a young person could have caused such attention to the world's issues and used creativity to create so much change. I learned that Dan was raised in Kenya and had always had a desire to help those in need. So had I. But the adults in my life were really quick to give me skills for work and education, and when I wanted to engage in the social issues of the world, especially human rights, their advice was falling short. How had Dan managed it? He used creativity to tell his story. And to tell his story, he used photojournalism, and he created journals that were beautiful and filled with art and accounts of his travels in his young life. His images still inspire me, and at the time, they gave me the belief, and it solidified my belief, that anyone can use creativity to create change, especially young people. And at that moment, I knew that's what I wanted to do with my life. Give them the opportunity to discover how to create change. How was I going to do it? Became a teacher. And in my 17th year, I discovered a program called Rock Your World. It's a curriculum anchored in human rights that uses multimedia to teach students how to draw attention to the issues they care most about. I loved it so much and saw it impact my students so much that I reached out to the creators, and that's when the stars aligned, because I realized that the creators of Rock Your World were in fact the founders of Creative Visions, who were in fact the mother and sister of my hero, Dan Eldon. So I am so thrilled to now be the director of this program and be able to offer creative activism camps to give kids the space to explore their interests and to use effective means with their creativity to create lasting change in the world, which is why I'm here to ask you for your support for our creative activist camps that are designed to inspire, discover, act, and inspire. Yay!